Been a minute. How many times have I said that? How many times have I gone without uploading in any sort of pattern or consistency? Apparently, the algorithms that rule our social and digital lives do not like it when you're not consistent. Consistency is key, and I'm not being consistent, and I don't have any keys. In fact, I'm keyless. I'm like a jazz musician. You guys are probably looking behind me, and by you guys, I mean myself in 10 years, and noticing a different background. I just moved across the hall. Not really. We moved across the city. Kind of a crazy change of scenery, and I'm not upset about it. I didn't think I would like it out here when we were initially like teasing the idea, probably about a year ago. I thought it was too far from downtown Orlando. Thought it was too far from all the film shops. I thought there was like, what am I gonna do out here? Well, turns out I stopped shooting 3 rolls of film, a minimum, a week. And I got the Lumix, and that really has been my main shooter anymore. Even beating out all my film cameras. I am having a lot of fun with it still, and I bought that back in November, I think, or December. Still working on that video, but something I did finish was the Myrtle Beach video, so I'll get there in a second. But yeah, we are way out in the middle of nowhere. There are hills, which is crazy. I've been biking almost every day, if not every other day, and really I've been outside a lot. My skin is a few shades darker. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. It's been a lot of outside. We had to buy a lawnmower. Anyways, like I said, I finished the Myrtle Beach vlog. That is coming up on probably Friday. I want to get this out first as kind of like a, to tease the algorithm and say, hey, maybe I'll be consistent this time. So you'll get something on a Monday, and boom, next thing you know, something on a Friday. What about that? That's crazy. There's not much of like craziness I want to cover just yet, because there's some stuff we're still getting up to, some stuff we're still setting up, some stuff we have yet to do that I want to vlog about. But Vanessa and I were watching back our Myrtle Beach vlog. We were both like, we have not vlogged since then. It's since March. It is August 10th. I don't know the difference between August and October, clearly. Conveniently drinking out of my Myrtle Beach mug that we picked up while we were there. You'll see where we got it. In the past 5 months since then, it's been a bit of go and a bit of do nothing at the same time. In May, we celebrated Vanessa's birthday, and we toured this house on her actual birthday. On the 17th. And on the 16th, we hung out with friends. It was a good time. Hit up downtown Orlando, which is kind of like, I don't know, something I was thinking I was gonna miss. Wasn't actually downtown. That should be the other thing. I don't know anybody that really goes downtown. I know it's like, oh, it's not as bad as everybody says or whatever. Like, I've seen people on the subreddit like complain about it or whatever. And instead of that, we did a brewery and then a pool hall. That Sunday, we came out here and saw the house, and we're pretty much instantly like, yeah. So we had literally just re-signed our lease at our last house, and next thing I know, we're going through the stages of getting this house. I was like, well, we have to figure out if we can unsign our lease, which they allowed us to. However, we were too short to notice. Like, it has to be like 60 days notice or something like that. And we had gone too close to the actual day that we would have moved out. We got charged a little bit for that. I could go on probably a 30-minute rant. I've calmed down a lot since. For what First Key Homes made us pay upon move out. It was insane. The late notice fee was about $1,000 because it's like basically your rent per day, which is so stupid. So we were like 12 days late, which put us at like almost the halfway point for the month. So it was like basically half a rent payment straight up just to move out. And then they took that out of our deposit, and then they took out all these different things. Like, my dad really clutched up and like helped out a lot during this time. He painted a lot of the house, so like you couldn't even tell we had hung stuff. Or I hung all my guitars in that room, and mostly my dad. I say we, but like my dad went to town on these and didn't even look like, you couldn't even tell there were holes there. Like, did a really good job. We cleaned the whole house and everything else, like spotless as can be. It's an old house. It was built in the 80s. We moved in and it was in a certain condition, and I think, obviously, what person wouldn't say this? I understand there's like a bias there or whatever, but I think we did leave it in a better condition than when we moved in. They didn't agree. So next thing we know, we're getting slapped with, they took our entire deposit, which was like $2,400, plus an addition. They wanted an additional 120. What are they going to, like, where do they come up with these numbers? I don't know. They gave us like the fee schedule or whatever they call it for the things that they could find, and then they basically just checked all. It was insane. I was like, if I knew it was going to cost this much, do you think I would have made my dad help? Do you think I would have done anything to begin with? I mean, such a joke. Such a joke. Like I said, I could go on and on. I'm not gonna. But yeah, we moved out at the end of June, and then this house was not ready until July 17th. So we closed on July 17th. We began moving in on July 17th because from one of the last few days of June to July 17th, we were staying with Vanessa's parents, which was great. Like, I have no complaints about staying with her parents. They're wonderful people, very generous, and it was super nice. Her mom cooked us dinners like almost every night. We had our own room. We had our own bathroom. They were very, very accommodating, and I have nothing negative to say about them and staying there and everything else. However, having your own space, having your own home is, obviously such a luxury. Moving out and into our own home was a very rewarding experience for being, we were transient for 3 weeks because we were kind of at the mercy of whenever this closing date was going to come. At first, it was supposed to be a week. Then it was supposed to be 2 weeks. Then it was 3 weeks. I was like, what is this, a lockdown? What's going on? As soon as we got that July 17th date, we were like, all right, we booked the moving truck. We booked everything else. It's been almost a month that we've been in this house. Like I said, today is damn it, I did it again. Today is August 10th, and in literally a week, we will have been here a month. And as I said, nothing has been slow at all. We've been go, go, go constantly. Obviously, my room is not done at all, but we've been doing all the other different rooms. We got our bedroom pretty much there. We got our living room. Living room was like the first thing we did. We bought a huge TV. This house was like the model house or whatever, so it came with speakers in the ceiling in the living room, and we were like, oh, we could like kind of just deck this out. And so that was like the first thing we decided before we bought a lawnmower, before we bought like anything that was sort of, you would say, conducive to owning a home and being in a home. We bought a TV. But it's a really nice TV, and for both of us, I think it's the first TV either of us have ever owned where we were like, this is a very nice TV. This is not like your Black Friday or your TCL like Roku TV that's 32 inches and costs $100 or $200. Like, it was it's a really nice TV, and it works. We got the whole like Denon receiver and everything, so like my record player, the Xbox, the Switch, everything is like kind of wired into the receiver is wired into the speakers, and it's super nice. Got a Klipsch subwoofer with it too. Like I said, we were just like, let's splurge a little bit, and it's awesome. I've never had a subwoofer like on my TV, like a proper one. I have this little Logitech set that's around my computer that when I lived at home my freshman year of college was. What the? Huh. Nothing broke. Interesting. Oh, I guess the towel. I don't know. I'm glad that recorded. Basically, that scared the crap out of me. As I said, I am still getting my room set up. So my closet over there is just full of bins and boxes and stuff that need to be properly either sorted or just put away in a permanent space. and one of them just fell. And it scared the living daylights out of me. Even though I knew like that was gonna happen at some point, I just didn't care. Anyways, where was I? I had this little Logitech set around my desk. I used on a TV when I lived at home my freshman year of college. It's tiny. I mean, the subwoofer itself is probably like maybe this big, but I digress. That's not what is important. What's important is we got subwoofer in the living room and it's awesome. And we watched Project Hail Mary. We had seen it in theaters and then we watched it again on the TV with this. And honestly, it was like a theater experience having the subwoofer. Like, there's one point where he's like, they're over that like green planet and they're trying, it might be purple, I can't remember, and they're trying to like capture all the living organisms that can like kill the astrophage or whatever. I might be butchering the movie. I swear I've seen it twice and I swear I really liked it. But I just forget that one scene. But I remember it being really intense because he has to like climb back up onto the ship or whatever, like, and they drop the chain way down into the atmosphere of that planet. That scene was so crazy with the subwoofer and with the surround sound and everything. It was so like loud, first of all, so much louder than the rest of the movie. But like, it was so intense, and seeing it like that was really, really just awesome to kind of be able to watch a movie like that in my own home. So definitely more movie nights probably in the future. I really want to watch Star Wars in there now. But anyways, that's kind of a whole like where I've been, what I've been up to. Not much, but also a lot. So I'm here now, and Myrtle Beach vlog coming up on Friday. And we have another travel vlog. I'm not gonna spoil anything right now, but we have another one coming up. And yeah, that's about it right now. So we'll see you on Friday, hopefully. And by you, I mean me in 10 years, right? Who else? Or David Rudd.